Jaycees are with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mark Ritchie.
Well, you guys sure have been busy. Wow.
Yeah, to say the least, and I'm sure the rest of our community has been too. There's just a handful of we volunteers that coordinate this thing, and we've had down trees too.
Right.
So,
Yes. Some of us still do.
yeah. Are we
Right.
going to be able to get our float out?
Yes.
Okay.
It's good.
It's good. You got that big pine tree all chopped up?
No, but it's not in the way.
Okay.
There you go. Everything's figured out.
First off, 81 years. Congratulations.
Yes. Good job, you
That
guys.
is a long time.
Thank you. We're really proud
Very
to continue on this tradition, and it really means a lot to us to have the support of our community to keep on doing it.
So with that, normally everybody kind of knows the routine of
The routine has kind of changed.
That's everything for everybody around the area, but you got a great group of businesses and partners that everybody, well, you said in a couple days you had everything figured out.
Yeah, once we found out from the city that we had the go-ahead to go, we sat down and figured out exactly where everything was going to happen, worked with a bunch of downtown businesses to get everything rearranged.
Also showing some love to our folks in Nymore here.
Right.
Yep. So once we had that, I think it took us 48 hours. We got everything figured out and figured out where everything was going and what we were going to be able to have. And I don't believe there's anything we had to cancel.
There were a couple things like the history bike tour we did cancel because some of the bike trails are in pretty rough shape, and Loop
Sure.
the Lake folks got hit pretty hard, and we're going to help us with that. So we're just calling the thing off this year. And also we're looking at a reschedule sometime further down the line for a pancake fundraiser breakfast for the Heroes and Helpers, a.k.a. Shop with a Cop, with our local first
Oh, cool.
responders. So that we were going to have in the tent on parade day, but, they've been really busy, understandably so. So we're
Right.
going to work on partnering with them sometime in the future. And once we have those details penned down, we'll let you guys know.
So
Biggest change, fireworks tomorrow.
Right, and that hasn't changed because of the storm. This was an adjustment we announced back in May. We weren't hearing back from our previous fireworks vendor, and it was getting down to crunch time, and a lot of the other vendors were
Sure.
booked already.
crazy
So-
on the 4th? Really?
Really? Who would have thought? But yes, but we were very fortunate to find a vendor who could provide a fireworks show within our carnival date. So
Oh,
we
okay.
decided take them up, and they assured us they can get us back on the 4th next year. It's Premier Pyrotechnics. I believe they do the LaPorte Independent Days, and I hear that was a wonderful show. So I'm really looking forward to what they can bring here in Bemidji.
Awesome. So then next year it'll be on the 4th. Is that a Saturday?
Yes.
You betcha.
And activities will go on starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow, the Midway opens at 6 p.m. We should have bingo down there at the tent. We put up an additional tent for some shaded seating area. For
Good
people
idea.
Yeah. Yeah. But and then also the fireworks that will be launched off the Nymore landing. So just as a reminder, that landing will be closed for 24 hours as we start setting that up. And then we have some announcements on our website. Best viewing areas, but be mindful some area parks may be closed due to this storm.
Sure.
Damage still.
But people on the east side of the lake are going to be able to see it where they hadn't in the past.
That is a very good point. I mean, you got to find the silver lining, right?
Right. It's the lemonade. Because I remember over by First National Bank's little auto bank there. It used to be a pretty good spot right in their little yard. Mm-hmm. But that tree right in front kept growing and growing and growing and growing, and then you couldn't see the. I wonder, that's one of them went down, wasn't it?
Don't know.
You don't know which tree went down?
No.
All of them. So there are some. You can
So
watch
there
some
may
different
be
spots.
some new viewing points that there may not have been from years past. We'll get out and assess the situation hopefully at some point. But we've understandably been busy trying to make sure we can still give our community a well-earned break from everything they've got going on. Because we're not putting up the big entertainment tent, we've moved a lot of those events, as Missy said. Live music will be moved to the Loft Event Center, the former Elks Lodge, and that will be, the time is adjusted because we're cutting off the music at 10 p.m. So those of us who can't party till midnight anymore.
There you go.
There you go. And it'll be a $10 cover charge to get in, and we'll also have free will donation buckets out for the United Way Disaster Relief Fund. So if you're coming out to party, be sure to be generous for our neighbors who are in need.
Right.
Parade on Sunday. Route has changed.
Route has changed quite a bit. It's Missy's project, so take her away.
So we're doing pretty much what we used to do when we had the First City Lights Parade. So we are starting at the county administrative building in that big parking lot is where we will have it.
The staging area.
The staging area is where it's going to start. We are not going to be doing any on-site registration just because we are limited on the size. So
Sure.
Check on our website. Make sure you're still able to register. We are counting down the feet to see how much more room we have.
Down
We got
the
room
foot.
for one more small float.
And then we're going across over from the parking lot to Beltrami down to 4th Street.
We're adding an extra
Possibly
block,
third.
possibly, but we'll be posting those signs
We're
once
waiting.
we get the go ahead.
And then we're going over to Minnesota and back up.
Okay.
So just that short little spot. We didn't want to put any pressure on people who live on Beltrami or on Minnesota to try to get their yards cleaned up since there's trees and most of them you can't even see the sidewalks.
I live on
yet.
the current stretch. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll get it done.
They went through and did the street sweeping and got the sidewalks cleared where the parade will be, so it's cleared on there. So being that we're cramming everyone in, come find your spots early because there's going to be a lot of people in a small
Right.
area.
True. But it's still on.
It's
But it's
still
still on.
It's still happening, and it's going to be almost our original route. It's just beyond 8th Street to where the Boys and Girls Club, and there's still a lot.
It's not usable yet for
And
us.
and I know a lot of people did the kids events on each year.
Yes, and so the Kiddie Parade route has also changed. Instead of going down Lake Boulevard as we traditionally have, that was a pretty hard-hit neighborhood as
Sure.
well. And we are going to go around the park on the trails, around Paul Bunyan Park. So we'll
fun.
meet at the Rotary Pavilion, and then we'll take the kids back to the petting zoo, which will move to the more southern side of Paul Bunyan Park, where the giant Christmas tree usually goes.
Okay.
That's where the petting zoo will be for just a couple of hours. They're a pretty tight outfit. What is it, Carnock Farms? They have a really miniature cow, and it's the most cutest thing.
Oh, it would be.
Also, the same time as a kiddie parade is starting to get set up is also when we have the color run.
But that hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed. That still just goes down the trail, down to Nymar Landing and back. So if you want to get some color thrown on you, come down. You do have to pre-register for that as well. There's no on-site registration for the color run either, just so we know how many people are coming. So,
And so the Veterans Picnic is at the Eagles Club.
Veterans Picnics at the Eagles Club. The Sean Wallen Elvis impersonator is also at the Eagles Club to follow that. And the cornhole tournament we had scheduled for Saturday is at the Garden Pub in Nymore.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah, it'll be perfect. And then the movie night, which was originally scheduled for Wednesday, has been moved to a Saturday matinee at the Historic Chief Theater. We'll be showing a movie on the big screen.
Oh, cool.
and that's at 3 o'clock, I believe. And
After kid events. So
and it is
times
free.
out perfect. Yes.
Oh, you got it all covered.
We did our best.
And the wristband nights never changed, right? That was for the carnival. Everything's good on the
everything's good on the carnival side, and we'll have our independent vendors that were going to be at the waterfront. We're putting them in front of the Sanford Center building on their sidewalk.
carnival. Oh, fun.
So there should be plenty of food for everybody down there.
Yeah, convenient parking. You
and
know
then
it.
we do have the 3 different bands at the Loft. So Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night from 6 till 10.
Well, Corey will play 7 to 10 Thursday.
True.
Gotcha. Well, good job, you guys. And I know it's all on the website and Facebook, you guys.
Yes, BemidjiJaycees.com, and then you can, but you can also just Google Bemidji Jaycees Water Carnival. I'm sure we've got that algorithm topped.
Yes.
I hope so.
Sure you
I really
do.
hope so.
Is there anything that you want the public to know?
Well, I just, thank you so much to our Bemidji community and, all the people who have really worked together and, to help make our community whole again after that devastating storm. We all have been feeling the impact, and so we really appreciate, and we really hope to see everyone come on down and take a break with us, have a good time, and be kind to your neighbors always.
Yes.
Fireworks tomorrow night at dusk. So do you still wait for the 10:20 flight to fly by, or is that?
I don't believe we have to wait for it as much anymore because the
We
fireworks
moved.
on the water because
Oh.
of where we are, but we still have to wait so it's dark enough.
Sure. And it is the longest days of the year here.
I
Yes.
noticed last night about 10:15 or so, it was still light out. So
Right. And so tomorrow, probably about
Yeah.
that same time.
yep.
But it's relatively close.
Relatively close.
I think 10:18 is usually the.
He's timing it down to the second.
On the 4th, it's usually 10:18, but.
Well, it was usually the trees blocking the sunlight that was still up. so-
True.
So much has changed.
Could be a little longer. Well, I'm sure you guys, because it's a lot of work to get it set up each year.
I mean, we planned this for months and months, and to have a whole bunch of things needing changing in a hurry, that was quite the undertaking, and I'm very proud of this chapter.
Good job. You'll never forget it.
And if anybody's interested, we're always taking new members too. Anyone over the age of 18, it's set for 40. If you're after 40, you can also join too. I mean, I've been a member for 12 years, 13 years, and aged out 3 years ago, and I'm still here. So
There, see?
She's still here. She's still here, everyone.
Well, I would encourage our younger demos, age categories to be involved in. I think a lot of groups and organizations are lacking a younger audience, and so that would be. You guys have a lot of fun. We have a lot of work, but you guys have a lot of fun events.
We work hard and play harder, Mark. You know it.
So join these guys. You'll be glad you joined in the organization. Thanks for coming in
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
and all your hard work.